And we are back. Segment 3, IDD, Man Up Monday. Not frigid. The redoubtable one, the highly questionable one here. Chilling. It's not bad. It's comfortable.
Yeah, no, it's not
bad. Not bad. Starting to feel a little like, I don't want to jinx it, spring. Spring is almost there, but where we are, what's today, the 24th? You know, we're 4 days from the beginning of the madness. You understand that?
Crazy.
The madness of March.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Championship week's right around the corner.
I know we were talking about it the other night, me and Law Dog. We have Lawton's loaded 16, first of many. Power 16, Lawton's loaded 16. Lawton's loaded 16. Yeah. And it was loaded. Trust me. So VCU looks very promising, by the way. Unlike every other freaking team in Virginia. Ugh. What a hot mess. Just Loafies everywhere. There's a Loafie out in Blacksburg. There's a Loafie in fucking Charlottesville. Loafies. Steamy Loafies. It's awful. Going nowhere.
George Mason? No.
VCU, though, looking promising.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anyway, segment 3, NFL Combine starts this Thursday.
Not a big waste of time, that is.
It's not a big waste of time if you have a top 5 pick, which both you and I do.
I mean, if you like looking at ass in underwear.
Now, look.
Male ass.
You done?
I mean, it's good for the straight women and the gay men.
We're focused more on arm strength.
I'm just kidding.
You know, going through your, the shuttle drill, mobility for the quarterback, things like that. You know, speed off the line for the edge rushers, things like that. You know, what can this guy do off that kind of shit. Shedeur, let me ask you this: Shedeur is not going to participate in this. Is this a good move or a bad move?
So I think it's probably a good move for him because.
What is he afraid of?
Because the combine is good for guys that are athletic.
He is athletic.
He's not explosive. Not like if he throws next to Cam Ward, you'll go, oh my God, this guy has no arm.
Well, I already know that.
Right.
I've been saying Cam Ward's the best quarterback in the draft for months.
Right. But like.
That's right, Joel. Not you.
But Shedeur Sanders could still be a really good quarterback.
I'd say he couldn't.
But the combine is going to make you think less of him, in my opinion, because he's going to run next to guys, going to be slower than everyone. He's not going to throw the ball as hard as anyone.
You think he's going to be slower than everyone?
Yeah, he's not fast.
Shedeur Sanders is not fast. Mm-hmm. His dad was kind of quick.
Well, his dad's one of the fastest ever.
Nothing rubbed off?
He's not. I'm telling you.
He's not a statue.
He's not fast.
You don't think so?
No.
We'll never know because he's skipping the combine.
but I'm telling you, I think that's why.
Well, then he's hiding something.
No, it's going to hurt his stock. It's a business decision.
This not going could hurt his stock.
That's true. It could.
I mean, if you're
but he's going to talk to teams.
First of all,
he's going to interview.
If you, and this is the thing that I don't. The combine can. And depending on how you perform, it can help you or it can hurt you.
Yeah.
If you're, and maybe this is the reason why, maybe he knows he's going in the top 3, so to him it doesn't matter. Because the 3 teams that are there are so fucking desperate, they're going to take him whether he does it or not.
Maybe.
If he's there. Because the other guy's going to be gone.
It's a complete business.
But the other guy is going.
Cam?
Yeah.
Well, because he's going to impress.
Yeah, well. Okay.
I'm not saying I would do that if I was.
By the way, here's the other reason why he should go. Because, and you know this because this happens every year with a position that is perceived to be not very deep. Then the combine shows up, and all of a sudden it went from 2 quarterbacks to 7. Oh, what about Shedeur? Well, Shedeur didn't participate, so we don't know where he is now, but we do know these 5 guys did this. And when I say 5 guys, I'm not kidding. There are 5 quarterbacks that are going to be at this combine that have come from big-time programs that led their teams to big-time games and won them. Ole Miss kid they got screwed. That kid's going to be there. The kid from Texas, Ewers, whatever his name is, Ewers, Ewers, he's going to be there. There are quarterbacks there that this can really help them, and depending on if they impress, this could really lower Shedeur. Because he's not going to be there to say, no, it's me. I'm one of those dudes.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm wondering why he's doing this, unless he's already got a verbal agreement for something. Oh, look, if you're there, we're taking it, no matter what happens. But again, that would be naive when you haven't seen these guys at the combine yet, isn't it? Because one of these guys comes in the combine and blows you away, and he comes from an SEC school, so you know he played better competition than Shedeur did. I'm just saying. So I understand that.
Yeah, but so you're looking at it from looking at it from a competitive athlete standpoint, right? Like, hey, go out there and show people you're better than these guys.
I'm looking at it that if he's what he thinks he is, then going out there and proving it is just going to up his stock.
But he can't prove anything.
And by the way, this is where it also can help him, because maybe if there's more than 2 quarterbacks, which I have a feeling there will be, because these kids that these guys were all big-time college quarterbacks in big programs. I have a feeling 2 or 3 of them are going to stick.
Well, so here are the invitees for quarterbacks.
Okay.
Max Brosmer from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Brady Cook, Missouri.
Yep.
Jaxson Dart, Mississippi. He's one that's probably going to shoot up the list.
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers, Texas.
Yep.
Dylan Gabriel, Oregon.
Oregon was number
Seth
1.
Hennigan, Memphis.
Yep.
Will Howard, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Riley Leonard, Notre Dame.
Yeah. Who was a good quarterback.
Kyle McCord, Syracuse.
He actually had he led the nation in yardage. Him.
I remember they were talking about him.
They were ranked at the end of the year. They were the team that ended Miami's run.
Jalen Milroe, Alabama.
Yeah. Another SEC guy.
Curtis Rourke, Indiana. Shedeur Sanders, Tyler. So this is what I think is happening. He's got people in his ear, his agent, his dad, and these people have all calculated, hey, this is where we think you're going to go right now. Competing at the combine, because it's mostly about physical attributes, how hard you can throw, how far you can throw, how high you can jump, how fast you can run, it's probably going to hurt him. Now, if he goes and he interviews with teams, which they said he's going to do, he can actually talk to teams, show them how he thinks about the game. Maybe that's...
You don't think he has a strong arm?
Not like some of these other guys.
Because you and I were watching a game where he made a throw going backwards off the wrong foot that I didn't think was humanly possible.
At the end of the game? Yeah, that was.
And you can't have a noodle arm and make that throw.
Okay.
In fact, you can have a good arm and not be able to make that throw.
I'm going to show you some videos of him and Cam Ward.
Okay. Well, I know Cam Ward's got the better arm, but I'm saying what are these other guys he's competing with or would be competing with? Where are they?
Because I've been watching videos of him and Cam Ward, and Cam Ward is just constantly shit talking the whole time.
Oh yeah, because he's like, you guys don't think I'm, you know why? It's all about Joel.
Consistency. That's what he lacks.
Let's see if we.
Consistency. That's what he lacks.
No, they gave you a completion percentage award, and all you did was.
Is that Cam Ward?
No, that's Shedeur.
That's Shedeur.
This is Cam.
If I did that, my completion percentage would be 90.
Let's hear what he said. Listen to what Cam Ward says back.
They gave you a completion percentage award, and all you did was throw check downs and bubble screens. That's actually crazy. If I did that, my completion percentage would be 90.
Now watch when he throws the ball. It's different.
You're the run game.
You know, I got my other brother right here too.
They bicker like brothers, like the way they go back. Shit, come on, show him throwing the fucking ball. I'm sorry, let me
There's
find
Dion showing how great he is again. Because, Dion's competing in this Thursday. Fucking get Dion out of there. I don't care about Dion. He played 50 years ago.
Well, I think Dion's actually... he hasn't done too much, I don't think.
No, he hasn't, but I don't...
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, this is about Shedeur.
Yeah. And I think he's playing it pretty well.
And by the way, what Cam Ward said is not accurate because he did throw down the field. It wasn't all checkdowns.
Well, that's more than breaking each other.
But yeah, I know why Cam Ward said it because he was, but...
Sorry, I'll try to find some more clips.
If Cam Ward had the Heisman Trophy winner out there on the wing, he'd throw checkdowns to him too.
Any crusted, any toppings for just $9.99?
Sorry. So yeah, that's what I think. But I see what you're saying too.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, it may not hurt him at all. My thing is, if there's any kind of doubt, go out there and erase it.
Yeah.
Go out there and prove to them you're one of the top 2 quarterbacks in this draft. Don't duck it because one of these two or three guys might bump you down a few spots.
Yeah.
I'd want to go out there and show off as much as possible because then what if we could trade up to 2 and then you go to a team that's, that's actually pretty good.
Right.
I mean, what just needs a quarterback. Like this could work a number of ways.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
I just know that usually when a position is perceived to be very thin, there's always a few guys. They go, why didn't they look at him?
It's
like
true.
you saw him at the combine, then when did you look at him? It happens all the time. So I don't know. The other one is Carter, the all-world linebacker / edge rusher from Penn State. Now, he has a different reason. He had an injury in the playoff game against Notre Dame that he suffered, and so he's still not quite right. Now, that I get.
Yeah.
That I get. If you're not 100%, don't go out there and do this.
Yeah, don't go lift up 225 30 times.
Yeah, don't go do that. He's not. I can tell you this. No one's going to surpass him based on the tapes.
Well, he's been called a generational talent.
Yeah, he looks like, I mean, he is being talked about like an LT. He is. Okay, he's being talked about.
That good?
Have you watched this kid?
Not much.
Penn State did not lack for talent, and they never really have. But this kid is the best prospect they've had in a long, long time. And he is a game wrecker. That is the term. He is the guy. And let me tell you why he's even more valuable. You watch
than LT?
Not more valuable than LT, but let me tell you why he's more valuable now than he was before. You watched the Super Bowl. You saw Philadelphia get pressure with 4. If you have a guy like that in your front 4, then you can get pressure maybe with 4, depending on where he goes.
Right.
And who the coach is and the style they play. And to beat a guy like a Mahomes, or the other guy on the other side there, Hurts, or an Allen, Josh Allen, you've got to be able to rush 4 and drop 7.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. Okay? So he gives a defense the ability to do that.
Yeah.
He's a game wrecker. And a guy, again, the 3, it's QB, it's wide receiver, it's left tackle, it's edge rusher, it's cornerback. Those are the 5 most sought positions in the game. You got to have a shutdown corner, you got to have an edge rusher, you got to have a left tackle, you got to have a quarterback, you got to have a number 1 wideout. He's one of those dudes. And he's a game wrecker. He's a game wrecker. So, to me, if he's there at 4, I would bet Mike Vrabel takes him over a receiver.
I wonder if the Giants would take him.
That's the thing. If he's there at
But
3.
why would he get that far, right?
Well,
I guess the top 2 could take QBs.
If they both take QBs, it's understandable.
That's true.
Because the top 2 both need quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't get that far because he wasn't talented. It's about need more than anything else. Tennessee had a top 5 defense most of the year.
Yeah.
They don't have a quarterback. So at all. So to me, if I'm Tennessee, I'm taking a quarterback. If I'm drafting 1.
Right.
Yeah. I'm taking Cam Ward. I'm not even fucking around with this. So, but I don't know the coach or what his, if he thinks you can get a QB later, if they can trade for, or they get Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that, or there's a bunch of QBs that Matthew Stafford has been given permission to talk to other teams. I have no idea.
They've been linking him to the Giants, and I'm just kind of like, huh?
37? I wouldn't do that for the Giants.
And they want the 3rd pick? No way. No fucking way.
You're not giving the 3rd pick for Matthew Stafford.
No.
I like Matthew Stafford. I respect him. He's a Hall of Famer. But he's 37. No. If he was 27, different story.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's not. He's 37. So the Giants would be stupid to do that. But we know they're stupid. They'll let Saquon Barkley walk. So we already know they're stupid.
Giants would have to have a bad GM to do that. Oh, wait.
They kept him. he's still in the building.
Yeah.
You smell that? Yeah, that's him.
You smell that?
That's his cologne.
No, that's his loaf.
Yeah. It's called
Loafie by Shane.
Loafie by Shane.
Loafie by Shane.
Oh my God! Guaranteed to stink everyone out of the building, including that special someone.
Here's some Jaxson Dart images.
He can play too. This
Look at that dart.
this kid can throw.
His last name's Dart.
He is going to go in the first round. I would be shocked if he didn't. That kid can play.
See, I'd love if the Giants could get Abdul Carter with the 3rd pick and then get him with the 34th pick.
Look at him. No, he won't get out of the first round.
See, he's more athletic than Shedeur.
He is. And look at the bomb. The kid, I'm telling you, Jaxson Dart is the
But Shedeur, I like the
dude. Ole Miss got robbed. They should have been in that playoff, and he's one of the reasons why they got roped. They should have been. If there was a 16-team playoff, America, they'd have been there. So I love Jaxson Dart. To me, he's one of the steals of the first round wherever he goes, because I think he's as good as Cam Ward.
Really?
I do. From a talent perspective, absolutely every bit as talented. I don't think they would. I don't think I'd take him over Cam Ward, but if I had to settle for him, I would not be mad about it.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I mean, especially if you can get him like end of the first round.
Pull up his numbers. Pull up his
Jaxson Dart.
Yeah, pull him up.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to find this fucking video because
we don't care. He's not going to play.
No, I'm just saying like
you think he has a noodle arm?
I don't think he has a noodle arm. It was just watching him next to Cam Ward. It was hard to like.
Cam Newton has a can. Cam Ward has a cannon.
Yeah,
he has a cannon.
Did I call him Cam Newton?
Cam Ward.
God damn it!
I should call him Cannon. Cannon Ward.
Cam Ward.
Cannon Ward. He got a cannon. He's got a cannon. The gods reached down and turned your right arm into a howitzer.
Tomato Can Ward.
Yeah. Tomato Can. He's bumping. I'd knock him out. Fuck you and your father. Piece of shit.
Ooh.
If Shedeur got my face, I'd fucking drop him.
They're friends.
They better be friends.
I'm trying to find this fucking drill.
Is this it right here?
No.
I'm feeling it.
Come on, show the fucking throws.
That's what he lacks.
You win the ball. You had a run game. You know you got that on politics, right? You're the first man to get an award during the game.
During the game. Jesus.
Oh my God, he flicked it.
Threw it across his body 40 yards.
Here's Shedeur. Lob.
Not bad.
Wow.
That's a nice throw.
That's a nice throw.
Inspirational right there. Let me show you motivation. That's why you got a 70% completion rate. All you do is this. LeJohn bubble screen.
Bubble screen.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Every game.
There it is.
Average about 15 screens a game. That's
15
crazy,
screens a
bro.
I'll do
game.
what my team needs to win. If we got those screens, those screens.
So why you ain't doing it in the bowl game?
Huh?
You ain't do what your team needs to win the bowl game.
You didn't need to. You didn't do what your team needed.
You didn't either. So I
You
guess
quit
we
on your
both suck
team,
then. I guess we both suck.
Hey, he quit on his team.
He said
He quit on his team. These two.
this would be a good reality show. These two.
I hope if you get good to the Super Bowl, you'll quit on the.
If I ever play in Super Bowl, man, make sure I can't wait for that day. I hope it's next year too. Me and you in the Super Bowl.
Hey, I know your weaknesses.
We gonna have that thing turned up. I know your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't help us.
Well, they're friends, apparently.
I mean, they're training together.
They're training together. But look, the kid Jaxson Dart for
No,
Ole Miss,
you wanted to hear his stats,
just
right?
pull him up and check out his bio. This kid, yeah. He's very mobile. He's got a cannon. Fearless.
Well, and theoretically, he played better competition than Shedeur.
This is the other thing.
Right.
He played in the best conference in America. I'm sorry, he did.
Yeah, that's the only thing that worries me about Shedeur. Because, I mean, we watch Shedeur engineer comebacks in the fourth quarter.
Here's the thing. And look,
he's got balls.
the Big 12 is a good conference. It just ain't the SEC.
Right, it's not the same.
And the reality is, when half of the secondaries you play against, half are probably going to get drafted. That you can't beat that type of competition.
Yeah, you also play a lot of cupcakes, I'm sure.
Not in the SEC, you don't.
All right, so
Not in the SEC, you
Last
don't. In the Big
year-
12, you do. There's some cupcakes over there. Cupcake City.
there's cupcakes.
They should call it the Cupcake 12.
There's cupcakes abound in college football. We established
there's
that.
a lot of teams.
Yeah.
But with the NIL though, it's gonna even out.
Eventually.
There will be a hey, it was the first year of this playoff. It was the 8 versus the 7. It wasn't 1 versus
Your
2.
boy Mahomes is not going to be happy.
Oh, good, fuck him. He's a loser.
He's a 3-time Super Bowl champ loser.
Lucky he's got 3. You realize that the Niners blew 2 10-point leads in the 2 that he won.
Well, you could say that.
Yeah. One guy
right,
wet
so
himself. The other guy
Jaxson Dart. Oh, please. You guys had one of the biggest weddings of all time.
That was the
Matt
Tom Brady
Ryan.
effect.
Matt Ryan
But Matt Ryan was a league MVP. Brock Purdy was not.
And he loafed.
Brock Purdy was not. Matt Ryan was. That's
a bigger Loafie.
But he was a league MVP. Is Brock Purdy ever going to win a league MVP? No, he's not.
Right, so it's
Never.
a bigger Loafie.
I'm saying the Patriots did it against a better quarterback.
No, but it was a monumental
All you
Loafie.
do is make one throw. One fucking throw, and Mahomes is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. One fucking throw. Eli Manning made that fucking throw.
Well, no. Eli Manning made a throw no one could make.
Tom Brady could make that throw.
Okay.
I've seen Tom
Outside
Brady.
of Tom Brady.
I've seen Tom Brady make that
Outside
throw.
of Tom Brady.
I've seen him make it a few times, actually. But the bottom line is,
Okay,
Eli did
Jaxson
make it.
Dart, goddammit.
Okay, pull him up.
I've had him pulled up for 5 minutes.
But hold on, pull up his stats.
69%. These are his stats.
Okay, but I want his. How big is he?
Oh, you want his?
I want his size, physical statures.
He's 6'2", 225.
6'2", 225. Okay, that's got Jalen Hurts. He's one of those dudes.
He's not as strong as Jalen Hurts.
No, but he's strong.
4,200 yards.
Yeah.
29 TDs, 6 picks.
Damn, that's efficient. 69% completion percentage.
69
in the SEC. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Let's see. Okay, let's look at the cupcakes.
What about rushing? Do you have rushing? Look at his rushing stats. Are you a dual threat? You want the dual threat now.
The way it breaks down is so annoying. Rushing. Dear God, why? Why?
Tom's magical phone is at it again.
I'm on ESPN. It's like the breakdown of the stats is pathetic. Look at this. Passing.
Rushing.
But it's like it's
Okay, but hold
got
on.
games.
All right, but go to rushing for the season right there. Oh, that was against the teams?
It's dumb.
What do you mean? Can I see that?
Hold on. Career stats.
I want career
Let's
stats.
go see all.
Yeah.
Passing, rushing.
What do you got rushing there?
Oh, maybe he was on USC.
Transferred.
Okay,
So what are his numbers rushing wise?
Well, so in 2024, 124 carries for 495.
Okay, what was his average?
4.
That's good for a quarterback.
Not really.
4 yards a carry for a quarterback who's a passing quarterback? He's a
Really?
dual threat. 400 yards rushing and 4 yards a carry. How many touchdowns did he have?
3.
3. Okay. He threw 29. He ran for 3. He ran for 40 yards. He averaged 4 yards a carry. So he's considered a dual threat quarterback. He is.
Yeah.
Think about it. There's only one quarterback that in the history of football who rushed for 1,000. It was fucking, what's his name, in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're a quarterback
Mike
runs.
Vick ran for 1,000 yards, no?
No.
Never?
Lamar's the first guy to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. Vic got close. But Lamar.
Daniel Jones ran for 700. Vic never ran for 1,000.
But this kid, unlike Daniel Jones, has an arm.
This kid can play quarterback.
This kid was in the SEC, not Duke in the ACC. It's not the same level, okay? So.
Shedeur Sanders. Let's look at his stats.
And look at his stats.
Shedeur.
If I see a quarterback that can run for 400 yards or more, that tells me he can run. He's a dual
Shedeur 6'2", 215. A little
Okay.
more slender.
threat. Little slender.
74% completion percentage.
Well, bubble screens.
4,100 yards. Well, his average is 8.7. Jaxson Dart's was 10. So not that much less. 37 TDs, 10 picks.
10 picks. Rushing?
Rushing. Well, he's not Russian. He's American, but
I said rushing.
I know. I'm kidding. Oh dear.
And see vodka in his locker.
Dear. Minus 50 rushing yards.
Minus 50?
I told you he doesn't run.
Minus 50?
I
I thought he ran for like 100. Minus 50?
100 carries for minus 50.
Hey, Shedeur. Skip the comment.
Thank you.
No, actually, no. Actually, no. You should, because you should go and kick ass in that shoulder so they know, he can't be a dual threat.
But he
just
can't.
didn't. Well, is that because they didn't have time because his line sucked? They
No,
couldn't.
he's
By the way,
not
if your
fast.
line sucks, you can't do a lot of
Well, he
design
used to do the
runs.
dancing and he'd get sacked.
He would do the
minus
he would do the
25.
run for your life Fran Tarkenton one.
Yes. The way you're like,
Yeah. Well, wait, remember the old '70s videos where it was two guys. It was Roger Staubach and Fran Tarkenton. They would run around for like 8 seconds in the backfield, and then they play the music, and then all of a sudden the guy just goes fuck it and throws a 50-yarder downfield for a touchdown.
so yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, 50 yards. What about the year before?
The year before he was minus 77.
Oh my God.
The year before that, he had 173 yards at Jackson State.
All right, not bad. Freshman year.
The year before that, he had minus 17 at Jackson State. He's not a running quarterback.
Oh my God.
Let's be clear, okay?
Do you really want him?
I told you, I don't know.
I would rather have Jaxson Dart than him.
Cam Ward, let's look at his.
And again, Jaxson Dart played against better competition. Did.
Let's see.
Cam Ward was amazing.
Okay, Cam Ward, statties.
Statties.
Let's look at this statties. 67% completion percentage.
Didn't have the Heisman Trophy winner to throw to.
43 100 yards.
Yeah.
9.5 average.
Yeah.
Not much more than Shedeur. Shedeur had 8.7. 39 TD, 7 picks. That's strong.
That's strong. Rushing?
Again, he's American, not Russian, but we'll look.
Why not double down on that non-funny joke?
60 carries for 204 yards, 3.4 average.
So he can run.
Not impressive.
No, but not minus 60 either.
Yeah, not a scab.
No, not a scab.
4 TDs. He's
No
obviously,
rushing.
he's strong.
What was his average per carry? 3.4?
Yeah.
Okay, not bad.
He's like,
Solid.
he's like Lawrence Maroney.
Lawrence Maroney ran for more than that. Look. I would say
Ewers. You want to hear him?
Texas. I think he's the one that I think is the bum of the month.
Bum of the
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's the one that is. He's the one that needs the combine more than anybody else.
All right, let's look.
Because he had another year of eligibility, and he knows that he's going to that Manning, the grandson, there was going to start.
Archie?
Yeah.
All right, let's look at his stats.
Yeah.
65% completion percentage, 3,400 yards. So much lower in yards, 7.8 yard average. So almost a yard less than Shedeur. 31 TDs to 12 picks. Hello.
Not great. Good.
Rushing.
Good. Not great.
Now again, he is American. He was
Because
triple down.
nothing says not funny like telling it for the third time and you didn't laugh on the first
Well,
two.
for any kids watching, I'm making dad jokes. Kiss my ass. He was minus 82 yards, so he's another stud when it comes to the rush.
He needs the combine. He needs to up his stock
Yeah,
badly.
I wouldn't run at the combine, buddy.
He might have no choice.
What was Syracuse quarterback's name?
Oh, I forget.
Kyle McCord?
Yes.
Was that it?
Yeah. I think he had the most yardage, I think. Or the most touchdown passes. I don't know. He had one or the other. He had a hell of a... Yeah, they beat Miami. Hell of a game. End of the year.
6'3", 220. Big guy.
Big guy. That's almost, dare I say, stereotypical. 6'4" is kind of the ideal.
6'4".
But 6'3" is not bad. Anyway, go on.
66 completion percentage. 4,700 yards, so the most.
There it is.
quarterbacks we've looked at.
4,700 yards.
Almost 48.
Yeah.
Average 8.1. Low. Below Shedeur. 34 TDs, 12 picks.
Solid.
So, he's Daniel Jones level.
Almost 3-1. Not quite.
Rushing, minus 65.
Yuck. My point is Jaxson Dart is looking more attractive by the...
Especially if he throws darts.
Well, he can throw darts and he can run, and he played, of these quarterbacks, he played against the best competition by far.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So to me, if I'm the Giants and the first two guys are gone, I would think about Jaxson Dart.
At 3, though?
Yes, because you won't be there at 34.
Maybe you trade back into the first round.
That's risky.
You do like the Lamar.
More than
Lamar.
Here's the problem. I don't know the number off my head, but I know that way more than 2 teams need a quarterback. And to me, now again, let's be fair, Tom, I don't think saw this kid play once. I saw him play 4 games last year, and he impressed the shit out of me every single time.
You talking about Mr. Dot?
Yeah. I saw him because he was playing against another ranked team, and he impressed me every single time. So I didn't know if he was a junior or a sophomore, or I didn't know what he was. I was just like, damn, this kid can be a ringer someday.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, if I'm the Giants, now look, if one of those two is there, and I get it, I would understand that. But if those two are both gone,
Well, what if both of those are still there? Or what if one of those is still there, but you get Abdul Carter?
I would say this right now. If it comes down to Shedeur Sanders and Jaxson Dart, I would take Jaxson Dart. I'll say that.
Okay.
Plus, the other thing about Jaxson Dart is he doesn't come with all the Deion baggage. Because every time you fuck up, I have a feeling there's going to be a microphone in Deion Sanders' face asking.
But I think he's smart enough not to be an asshole.
He could be telling the truth. That isn't the point. The point is that I don't know that Shedeur Sanders is a better quarterback than this kid, and he's not going to be in the combine, so I'm not going to have that to go off of either.
Yeah.
I do know that Jaxson Dart played against much better competition. His team had a better year. They were ranked, and a lot of people thought they should have made the playoff. No one was saying that about Colorado. That's what I do know.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying Shedeur can't play, and I'm not saying he can't be a great player in the NFL. I think he can. But if I'm the Giants, and it's between those two to me, there's one of the things I'd be looking at is who are they going against?
Yeah.
Because if you're not taking that into consideration, you're not being smart. You're not. So.
Well, I think a lot of people are taking that into
I have a feeling
consideration.
that Jaxson Dart might up his stock at the combine. I'm sorry, there's a very good chance on Monday morning, people saying this kid could be a top 10 pick.
They'd be like, "Did you see the
Did you see this kid?" I mean,
underwear?"
because I'm telling you, he has strength. He's mobile. He is tough. He's fearless. I mean, he reminds me of Josh Allen. In terms of he's got that moxie that
Not
you
quite
need.
as big as Jay Allen.
Yeah, he's got that moxie that an NFL quarterback needs to have.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, like that. Here's the thing about these quarterbacks that are successful. They've all got one thing in common. You can see their confidence. You can see it.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, you can see it. And
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones had no one to throw.
Dak Prescott.
No, they're not great quarterbacks.
You can see their confidence, though.
No, I think in the case of Daniel Jones, you could see him running for his life because he had no options. And Dak Prescott wets himself more than any. How do you get $60 million from wetting yourself? Jackson, I will say this about Dak Prescott.
Daniel Jones got 80.
Dak Prescott for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's getting $60 million a year for like the next 4 years.
At least he got his team to the playoffs.
They were up. They choked every time. One time it was because both times it was because of him.
Well,
he threw 2 picks in the one game. He didn't run out he forgot to run out the clock or slam the ball down. I mean, Dak Prescott didn't do himself any favors here in the postseason. I don't know if I would hitch my wagon to that. In fact, there's a guy named Eric on our chat that thought they should have traded him 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So now they're stuck with him.
If you're gonna listen to anybody, it's a Cowboys fan who can be objective about his own quarterback.
Yeah, and Eric's one of the few.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
That's true.
Although Pete knows he's no good. But anyway.
God, what does it feel like it's 30 degrees all of a
I
sudden?
think the Giants, if Jaxson Dart is there at 3 because the other 2 are gone.
He's going to be there.
Yeah, well, I think I'd have no problem.
There's no way they do it.
If the other 2 are gone?
Yep. No way. Not 3.
We will see what the combine holds, America. Anyway, that's going to do it for our show tonight. We will be back on the weekend. We have a playoff game Thursday night. I am going to have the greatest assistant coach in the history of boys basketball on my sideline.
Tom Izzo. And
I can promise you, unlike a certain person, I won't run down the bench when my team screws up. But that's right, Lawton. You're gonna.
Did you ever talk to Lawton about that?
No.
No.
I know why, and he never brought it up for a reason either. Because I think he knows he screwed up, so I didn't want to rub his nose in.
Yeah, that's true.
But look, he's not a
reason.
he's a volunteer doing the best he can. And again, there's knowing the game and there's teaching the game. And if you watch basketball for 30 years, you can know how the game is played and breaking it down. But,
I barely know it and can't teach it.
So, but we have a playoff game Thursday night. It is winnable. We have a practice Wednesday night. I'd love for you to be at if possible.
I got to work dinner, man.
God damn him.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I would have skipped it for the game.
I'll pull a Herb Brooks on Wednesday.
Great moments.
Great practice. Great practices.
Great opportunities.
Will give you a great opportunity, or no opportunity if you don't have a great practice. So
not listening.
We will see what the boy. Yeah,
cause you to splinter your ass on the bench.
Not listening could be a death nail.
What's wrong with you, you candy ass?
Yeah. We had terrible practice tonight. I'll be honest with you. It was terrible. I was damn close to throwing him out of the gym twice. I didn't do it because we didn't know when we were going to play, and we didn't know if we were going to have another practice, so I couldn't afford to do it. But you know what I can do Wednesday night is I know when the game is now. And as Lawton told the kids tonight, and I'll reiterate, we are under no obligation to play anyone. So the best players are going to play, and the players that listen are going to
play. I mean, it kind of felt like all season you guys were under no obligation to play people.
Everybody played on Sunday.
If we're being honest.
Everybody played 2 quarters on Sunday.
Well, that's not how it normally is.
No, it's not. But it's hard with 11.
No, I know.
But again, the whole quarter and a half thing at minimum is attainable with 11 if you're paying attention to it. Again, it's okay. All these coaches struggle with this, and I get it. So, yeah. So we'll see what happens Thursday night. But we will return on the weekend. Law Dog will be here. We will. And by the way, a lot of great college basketball games going on right now. In fact, this is the Kansas-Colorado game. Earlier tonight, Houston went into Texas Tech and flexed their muscle. Houston is a Final Four team. So we will talk about that. Tom will be. And by the way, Saturday, Tom will be obligated. We want a VCU update. You're the VCU guru.
What am I supposed to say?
I want to know what their tournament chances are. I want to know who the guys to look out for. I want to know what their chances are of winning the A-10 tournament. I want some data, damn it! You've seen him play.
I'll see what I can dig up.
You better dig up some shit, boy.
I mean, they beat LaSalle. They were up on LaSalle by almost 50.
They're 14-2 in the conference. LaSalle isn't the only team they've been over. I want some numbers.
No.
I want some stats.
They're kind of like the Knicks.
I want some. Don't you dare call them the Knicks.
They're kind of like the Knicks.
In the A-10?
Just in general. They have a ceiling. The championship is not the ceiling.
Everybody's got a ceiling, Tom.
Well, some ceiling are championship ceilings.
We'll discuss the VCU ceiling on Saturday. Okay.
Remember when DJ? He's like, well, I mean, his ceiling's a lot higher, floor's a lot lower. This guy's floor's a lot lower, ceiling's a lot lower. I'm sorry, floor's a lot higher, ceiling's lower. What was that about? Oh no, I remember. It was.
He was stoned. To be fair,
no, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
No,
because, I was.
No. Here's the thing. That's not an original thought. People say that all the time.
It's comical.
It was when
his floor is a lot higher than his ceiling.
Well, no. So it was, do we play Carson Wentz or Taylor Heineke? And you and I were both going, there is no fucking way you play Carson Wentz right now.
He's a loser.
And
he's just a loser.
So the thought was,
there are winners and losers in life. Carson Wentz is a loser.
The thought was that Carson Wentz at his best, his ceiling is higher than Taylor Heineke's. However, when Carson Wentz
did it ever occur to you that because Carson Wentz really only had 1 year,
right, and then he hurt his knee.
That was the aberration, not the norm.
That was his ceiling.
Yeah, but that was the aberration. He could never get near it again.
Well, once he tore his knee up, yeah.
A lot of quarterbacks tear their knee and come back and play great.
Yeah, but he
didn't.
He relied on his scrambling.
He came back and he stunk like a fresh Loafie.
I'm not arguing.
I would argue Carson Wentz potentially had a 4-year Loafie. I think he had a 4.
So you're saying it was coming out the whole time?
I think it was a 4-year. Couldn't pinch it off.
A single loaf.
A single loaf.
No way.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not a loafie.
It was a loafie.
At that point, it's a soft serve.
It was one of those loafies where you're like, Jesus H. Christ, dude, should we cut it in half? What do we do? It's still coming out.
At that point, it's a sundae. It's a soft serve sundae.
No,
because it's just circling the bowl. I mean, a loafie shoots out unexpectedly. A soft serve sundae is just
soft serve sundae.
He's just circling the bowl with it for 4 years.
But it didn't break off.
Right. The way soft serve goes into the thing, and that's
what you like Sweet Frog, where you pull the thing.
Exactly. He was doing that for 4 years. That's not the same as a loafie. He had the frozen yogurt loaf.
He had a 4-year frozen yogurt loaf. That's what it was. It was a 4-year frozen yogurt in the shape of a loaf. It was the length of one of those Super Bowl sized. It just kept going.
Just kept lying.
Am I wrong? He sucked.
Well, because he loafed
he loafed everywhere.
They traded him to Indianapolis.
You remember that game?
He loafed.
Was it him where they just had to beat? Who was it to get into the playoffs and then he loafed? He threw like 3 picks, or was it the other guy?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
When?
It was 2 years ago. They had to win and they were in. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't him. I don't know who it was. Somebody loafed like you read about. All I do was beat. It was either Jacksonville. Somebody stunk. They were terrible. And all I do was win and get in. That team was playing. And he threw like 3 picks. It was terrible. And everybody's going, how the hell do you lose to this team? And you're in that. I mean, who the hell was it? Him? I think it was him.
Let's see.
I think it was
Googling this conversation.
I think it was him. I think that was the continuation of the 4-year loaf. I think it was Carson Wentz, America. I don't think I'm wrong on that.
Carson Wentz epic meltdown throws the Colts' whole future in.
There it is, right there. Yes, that was it. It was a 4-year loaf job.
All right, let's see.
Epic meltdown.
That's the title. Carson Wentz's epic meltdown throws Colts' whole future into doubt.
Epic meltdown.
Just when you think everything is going right, along comes Carson Wentz. There was a wonky stat floating around on Sunday afternoon. It pointed out that Wentz, the Indianapolis Colts quarterback, was 1 game away from playing an entire season without throwing an interception on the road. It's a neat stat, and it would have been meaningful if Carson Wentz was not Carson Wentz. But Sunday, Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz. Sunday afternoon's 28-11 collapse in Jacksonville represented a full 10 on the Wentzing scale. Damn! They're killing him.
Loafie. Is that not the description of a Loafie?
The quarterback threw 2 interceptions on 2 consecutive plays. He fumbled again. One absurd sack followed by the other. Misreads, happy feet, bad decisions, the works.
Loafie.
Indianapolis entered Sunday with a simple playoff scenario.
Winning in.
Winning, they were in.
Yep.
It was the same last week. They failed then, and they failed again.
It was a double Loafie.
It doesn't get much easier than a Week 18 trip to the hapless Jags. A team with 2 wins on the season, ranked 31st in defensive efficiency.
Do you smell this?
With just 7 turnovers all year.
Do you smell this?
Half as many as the lowest figure in the league. This was the Jacksonville
Half as
team.
many as the lowest figure.
This was a Jacksonville team with nothing to play for except future conference.
This Loafie had nuts in it.
This team with a rookie quarterback still trying to find his sea legs.
This team had
a rudimentary offense. Oh, this must have been when what's-his-face was there.
This Loafie had chunks of corn in it.
That's when Jacksonville had the Ohio State coach. What was his name?
Urban Meyer. Yeah. This is a loaf job.
It was a game played in front of a hometown crowd that arrived in mass.
Yeah, it was in
Jacksonville. More interested in wearing clown wigs to roast their own than the game itself.
They were there to heckle their own team.
Frank Reich, the team's head coach and play caller, shifted to a pass-centric approach, ditching the run game that had carried the team through its 6-1 midseason stretch. The ball was put in Wentz's hands. Take us to the promised land.
And no, he took him to the outhouse.
Even by the standards of the finest Wentzings, this was something special. More than any other,
I wrote this.
More than any other high-level quarterback, you can feel Wentz's indecision seeping through the screen.
Or you could smell the stench.
You can
of
almost
the loaf.
see his cogs turning as he Sunday served it.
He Sunday served it.
Well, I want to see. Give this
around the bowl, Tom. Because he's Sunday served.
Well, I just added that line.
Oh, okay. I thought that was in there. That may be even better if it was.
Wentz is on the books for $28 million next season.
Oh,
yikes!
That's quite. That's a expensive Loafie.
Damn, they killed him.
Pew. I still smell it. It's terrible. That was a 4-year loaf job. There it is, right there, right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I certainly remember that game.
Dude, this is one of those. Just throw them away. Just throw them out. Just throw the pants out. Set them on fire and done. Perform an exorcism. That's what that was.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll put him in the sweet prog.
I think we might have to name a loaf award after. We have to call it the Carson Wentz Award. The Carson Wentz Loafie.
Well, I mean, the Colts basically did it again this year.
I know. But Carson Wentz.
Well, they weren't winning.
Carson Wentz has loafed from the moment he left. It's just been one long Loafie. It hasn't ended.
Dude, and Indy traded for him. Ugh. All right.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's cold.
We'll see you guys on the weekend. Hopefully smiling with a playoff win. We'll see what happens Thursday night. Wish us luck for the doubt one other question. But I'll have a safe trip down to Alabama. We'll see you guys on the weekend, boys and girls. Tip them back
Alabama.
Tuesday. You know the drill.
What's he doing in Alabama?
Business trip. You're going to stand on business.
Stand on business.